We are so excited because our laser engraver experience has got an upgrade. The fabulous people at Creality have sent us a new laser cutter and engraver. This one has a full enclosure on it, so it'll be great for inside the chateau. So let's get it unpacked and see what we've got to play with. Oh, that wonderful new technology smell. You know I love it. Yeah, so this is something a little different. Oh, I got some stuff to play with there. Okay, I better get some instructions out before I do anything too major. But we'll just get that piece out. Wow, all sorts of fun stuff to play with here. So, I'm going to unpack this, get it put together, and then we will have some fun with the new laser cutter. Thanks, Creality. There we have it. Upgrade indeed. So, a few features on this one. Obviously, it's got a full enclosure on it. So once you close that up, the machine is fully enclosed. It has an exhaust here. So this can either go into an extractor or we can just take it straight outside, which is awesome. It has the pump. The pump pumps air over the lens as it's cutting, so it keeps the area clean and cool, which is fantastic. It actually has a built-in honeycomb or tray. So what this does is when you have a piece of material on there and it's cutting, it dissipates the heat below, which is fantastic. It also has this fantastic light here. Because this is obviously an enclosed unit, it's a little dark when you get it, turn it off. So it actually has a light built right into the actual unit, which is fantastic. That will make life a lot easier when you're trying to see how this is going. Obviously, the red color on it is to protect your eyes from the laser itself, so that's also a big safety feature. And there we go. So it is the Falcon2 Pro, fully enclosed laser cutter and etcher. And yeah, let's start playing around with some projects. Very exciting. On the final stages of getting this cutting board done. I've been very ambitious here because this is a really solid piece of wood and it's 18 mil thick. So I've done 5 passes on the final cut. We'll see whether we've gotten through it. May need to just get the saw out. As you can see, there's quite a bit of charring, but that should go away quite quickly with some sanding. But I'm really excited to see how this turns out. Well, let's see what we accomplished here. Move this back. Did we get it through? No, not quite. No, it's going to require a little extra cutting, but it's not bad. It actually got pretty close. But yeah, it is a very thick piece of wood, as you can see. But yeah, apart from that, I think everything else looks really good. Give it a good sanding, and we will see how it looks finished. And then of course there's one other element that needs to be done on this one, so I will get that running shortly, and hopefully then this will all come together the way I hoped. The second part of the project for the cutting board are these little tabs. So they've turned out quite nicely. I think I should be able to get those out without much problem. Perfect. There we go. So they require a little bit of sanding again. But yeah, get these cleaned up and we'll show you how it goes together. Well, I was a little ambitious with my cutting board, but I did get there in the end. So you can see it's all engraved. It's got our logo on it. I did try and get it cut out. It cut almost through, but this is almost 18 mil board and quite hard wood. So pretty admirable. I did finish it off with saws just to get it there. It has a nice sort of rustic feel to it. I left some of the burn marks, the charring that was on there, just to give it a bit of rustic feel. And then I created all of these. So these are all name tags for the different types of cheese. And then they'll fit into the little slots here. And that way we'll have a spot for, or a way of describing which cheese is in which spot. These unfortunately are a little big right now. I used a different wood than I had originally thought of using. So they're a little, not quite fitting right. Very, very close. I'll just have to basically sand these down a little bit so that they will fit in nicely. But yeah, that's pretty exciting. So there we go. We've got a new cutting board. And yeah, pretty impressed with the machine. And as you can see, I'm actually working in our dining room. And I feel much more comfortable knowing now that the machine is fully enclosed and has a vacuum as far as the smoke is concerned. The room isn't full of smoke, which is great. I was able to direct it out. I felt far more confident with it being, in this dining room. It has that drawer underneath which keeps everything nice and tidy. So yeah, much more comfortable being able to use the Falcon2 Pro anywhere in the house, frankly. I wouldn't say it's necessarily portable, but it's definitely something that can be moved with relative ease. Again, because it's all self-contained, which is awesome. So yeah, thanks again to Creality. It's a hell of a machine, and boy, I've still got a lot of ideas. I've got one other one that I'm working on right now, and I'll show you that when it's My last little project, or a little test for the new laser cutter, was this fun little box that sort of showcases our chateau in 3 dimensions. So what I did was I created just a simple box, and I left a hole on top of it. And the reason for that is to have light come down into it. That way it lights up the full scene, whether you drop a light on top of it or just put it in the window so that the sunlight can get into it. And then each one of the individual cutouts have a different element, and they all layer up to create the scene. And in between each of them, I just put in a little spacer. And you can see this is only on 3 sides, and again, that's just to allow for the light to be able to fall in through there. But there you go. Very, very cute little, I don't know, what do you call it, diorama of our chateau. Something fun to just stick up on the shelf, but amazing the detail that it was able to capture. I mean, you can see how tiny some of the details are on the chateau, on the antlers of the deer, and even in the Manor and Maker logo. But the laser cutter did it without any problem whatsoever. Very, very impressed with that. A new feature on this Creality Falcon2 Pro that I am really digging is this drawer. So it has a pull-out drawer underneath that captures all of the detritus, all the little pieces that get cut off from the laser cutter, and that is awesome. It makes cleanup super easy. It also helps to protect. So you can see I've got this on a cutting mat, and that is sort of a double layer of protection. But having this metal plate underneath there obviously makes sure that you know, the lasers as it's cutting through isn't going anywhere beyond the metal plate. So yeah, really nice feature. I'm absolutely loving that. I did actually have a small fire warning earlier when I was trying to cut the cutting board, and the machine was perfect. It immediately stopped. It pushed the laser back as far as it could so that there was air circulation, and beeped until I was able to press the emergency stop button. So the safety features on this one, I have absolute confidence that it will not go wrong, or if something is not quite right, it will let me know instantly. So I guess we'll come to my verdict on the Creality Falcon2 Pro. Honestly, I think it's an amazing machine. The stuff that it's able to produce is really amazing. It allows me to explore my creativity really well. There's lots more that I want to try on this one, working with different materials like metals and acrylics and things like that. I've got all sorts of ideas, but I definitely think this is the machine to take us there. So thanks again to Creality for trusting us with one of their machines. Really enjoy it, and wait to see what wonderful things we will create with it.